continues on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
In the upper right from Poland, beginning the comeback, he is
Ego Esports, Elazer.
in the bottom left, the defending champion from Finland.
ENCE Esports, Serral.
Thus begins such an important game. Audience holding its breath and its signs.
Yeah.
Can Elazer pull another one?
I mean, I'm starting to think, yeah, Artosis.
He's a very strong CBC player.
He's clearly on a completely new level that the rest of the players, and I think even Elazer himself wasn't fully aware of it until we started this tournament a few days ago. By the way, as far as builders go, things are mirrored for now. There is no, at least for now, no risks involved here. It's looking par for the course in ZVZ.
Yeah, of course we're going to be waiting to see how this goes. Now, nice sign. Okay, so this map with the slowing spaces, I'm trying to think of the various ways that this can really alter strategically what they want to do. Right? Obviously, if you are sitting in a concave outside the green areas, your opponent cannot attack into that.
Right.
It's just, it would be a suicide mission.
So, in this game, again, we've seen that Elazer can hold his own against Serral. He can do a good job. He's a strong player, but generally speaking, Serral seems to have the edge. We've had a couple of these Ling attacks coming in here. Do you think it could be, when I say that, I'm sorry, that sounds a little bit too ambiguous. With these rushes where they try to come in and hit in different areas, a lot of times when the player's taking their third base, do you think we're going to see that this time around?
No, not as much. You can't really rally the Lings directly up as easily because of these green areas, right? You have to be very careful running around. A lot of it has to do with the speed, so I feel like it's going to be a slightly more defensive opening on both sides.
Right.
Roach Ravager seems like the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Again, guys, the same build's happening. Third base is being taken. Ling's speed close to finishing. The Baneling's nest on both sides halfway done, and there it is. There it is. Mass Lings from Serral. Serral's going to go for a couple of really sharp attacks here, and it's going to be up to Elazer to defend and deflect, and then try to come up with his own plan.
Let's see if he makes more than that 12. It doesn't look like he's droning.
He stops. He's back to the drones.
Yeah.
So this is not a commitment to end the game. This is to throw Elazer off and force him to defend.
He's making a few Banelings right now. His third base is on the way. He needs to be able to defend that. Oh, has to be careful. The Baneling's finishing up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just got to watch this micro very, very carefully.
Okay, two Banes coming up from the side. There is a Queen up there to defend. You know, the little mini game here is that you want the Queens to target down the Banes, so that, because that's the one thing that the attacker doesn't have in this case is the Queens. And so the Queens target the Banes.
Yeah.
And your Banes target their Lings. Okay, so he's not going to attack. He sends this Ling to scout in. That was a really good maneuver. He comes in there and confirms, okay, are you hiding anything as you're defending this? And he sees no.
Yeah.
No, it's...
And that means that Serral knows that his layer is faster, so that's definitely something. He got something out of this, but no real damage. And Elazer has actually been up in drones the entire time, so I would say that it's a pretty reasonable position for him.
Well, I guess the game just continues on. Serral's getting his own Roach Warren. They're both getting missile attacks. Serral's is slightly ahead. We'll see if that factors into anything here. You know, in mirror matchups where one side gets an upgrade before the others, sometimes if they fight right as that upgrade finishes, then it's insanely impactful. But it might not happen. We'll see.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really hard to tell exactly when your opponent is going to finish, so you don't want to over-push it.
Right.
Sometimes it just happens naturally, and that's great, but will that happen here? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, probably not, but, you know, most attacks... Oh, wow. Okay. As you guys can see, it's 2 Bane hits to kill drones, so damaging those drones, but if he doesn't do anything to pursue them further, they will just heal up.
Yeah. And he brings the drone count back to even with that, so good job by Serral. Overlord speed on the way for both sides. So getting that +1 missile attacks. They are going to be finishing up here for Elazer, and certainly Roach speed once it's done.
Okay. There's that, yeah, the missile attack, excuse me. My mouth is getting tired. We've been casting so much here in the last 4 days. Missile attack is done. Serral now takes the 6 o'clock spot. Are we going to see this mirrored by Elazer? Is he just going to take 12? No. So they're both expanding towards the bottom right, which means we're going to have a lot of friction down here. It's kind of hard to counterattack all the way around this map, but, you know, Lings are pretty fast. That's an option as well.
And this looks a lot like the Acropolis game, right?
Yeah.
2 drop Overlords for Elazer, 1 for Serral. I didn't get to see what Serral loaded up, but I saw Elazer has 1 that has 4 Banelings in it right now. Okay, that's the one with 4 Banes. The other one, I believe, probably has 4 Banes as well. Okay, some great scouting going on. Where's the Serral drop Overlord? Okay, there goes the other one.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he might as well have tried. I'm not saying just drop no matter what, but I mean, this is a good idea. You can always use these for later.
Sometimes you can end up dropping them on an army and really clumped up roaches or something. Less likely to get that done, but keep trying, keep poking.
Okay. The Banes are going to come in here at this angle. Now here it is again. Is there 2 Banes? There's 2 Banes pocketed in here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he wants to let that happen this time. Okay, he lets him out.
He lets him out, yeah.
Okay, 2 drone kills. This was a solid defense from Elazer. Now Elazer doing his own drop. Some roaches coming out. Roaches don't look like they're going to get too much.
That was so good. That was so good. That's what Elazer was looking for. Now 12 kills on the workers.
Huge moment there for Elazer, making some brilliant tactical moves. In the meantime, Serral with the counterattack on the 4th base here. Looks like he's going to pick up the Queen, maybe a few drones, and he has a drop Overlord that looks like it's headed for the main right now.
Couple of quick kills there. I don't know if Elazer's going to hit saw that Overlord.
Oh, if he doesn't see that.
I actually think this might have come at an angle. Let's see if he pulls the drones. I don't see them moving.
Oh, I think you're right about that. It doesn't look like he's seen it. There's a lot of drones up here. 16, well clumped. All right, he brings out his 3 roaches, 4 roaches. So this will not be quite as explosive.
I thought it was Banelings.
Yeah, no, I did too.
I'm like, oh, they're roaches. Okay.
Still 7 drones.
No, it's something. I mean, this is the part of the game we're in. You're just trying to get drone kills. Almost 2 more killed. Said 1 more. So 8 kills on the drones there. Now, if we look at the worker count, it's 65 workers for Elazer, 68 for Serral. And this keeps happening in these games where I feel like Elazer makes the good play, and then I look at the worker or the army count, and I'm like, what?
Squeezes out that 1 to 2 extra units. It's really, really impressive. Now, we have 2 different tech routes really going on right now. Elazer getting into his infestation pit as well as his Hydralisk Den, whereas Serral going into burrow and burrow movement.
Elazer's now moving out on the map. Oh, he was. I guess he's going to back up now. I think he's looking for an angle to try to come in here and attack. You know, this green stuff in the middle of the map slows army movement down, which can make it really annoying for repositioning. You kind of have to get a good position and go with it. There's not a lot of room for, you know, a back and forth, kind of a zoning game.
At least look at this positioning right now. Oh, the biles coming out. Beautiful biles there from Elazer, to be honest.
Did Serral overextend? Elazer going to try to pounce it over here, but this angling maybe slightly better here for Serral. Serral shoves forward, Elazer backing up.
Elazer's actually the one getting really great biles off here. A ton of them connecting. A few there for Serral, though, as well.
Okay. Elazer continuing to come in here, but this arc is actually pretty good. And I think Elazer has to give up 168 supply now to a maxed out Serral.
Okay, Serral is doing a little bit of harassment in here as well. Burrow movement, roaches moving in. Of course, Elazer has got to defend against this a little bit better. Losing those drones is important. He doesn't have any real bank here.
Yeah. Elazer tried that attack. He's going to be maxed out again in a little bit here, but note the patience here from Serral. Oh, and now he's going to have these roaches submarine through that area. And Serral is attacking here because he's hoping Elazer is not going to catch on to the roaches that are actually going north. These ones right here.
Yeah, this is a great attack from Serral. He's making so many strong moves right now. Elazer could be in trouble. He's trying to tech up, but Serral is really putting on the pressure.
Okay, here come those roaches now. Immediately gunning down that queen, and from here they probably want to go for workers. And now Serral attacks over here at this eastern base.
Some good vials going down on both sides. Still dealing with those other roaches, but Serral moving forward. He just has a few more units here. The vials going down. Great hits by Elazer, but he needs more units than this.
Okay, he continues to move through here. Now Elazer's army shoved into the corner as Serral is continuing to dominate.
Uh-oh, a lot of his Ravagers are falling. Roaches absolutely everywhere, and Serral's supply shooting up in comparison to Elazer's.
I don't know if there's a way for Elazer to recover. The damage is just too much. He has these roaches forking out in different directions, hitting different numbers of workers, and I love this about Serral. He actually backs up to regroup his main army while sending a few more roaches here to get some worker kills.
Beautifully done. He's really stretching the multitasking here of Elazer. Elazer trying his best to hold on, but his economy has been hurt. His army has been hurt. His pride has been hurt.
I can see the roach is now going to go up here towards the top. Again, Serral just too big, too fast, too strong. Elazer is remaking. He could, in theory, max out. Look at this. He's actually just following on top of the armor. He knows it's underneath him.
Oh, man. Serral doesn't miss anything.
Yeah, he had overseers there.
Is that sharp turn?
Yep. You're right.
All right, good try there from Elazer.
By the way,
he needs
guys,
to buy more time than that, though.
I think we're in the twilight of this game, but just for emphasis here, I mean, this is a sign of a really good player. He got exactly the winning advantage, but just in case he was going to overextend, he retracted the army, remade, and pushed further ahead. He knows in this best of 5, you want to be very calculated in how you play. Now, Elazer being left alone can rebuild. But we're going to have to see if Serral can set up the finishing blow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's down about 15 drones. He's down about 20 army supplies, so it does definitely make it very hard. Some good vials go down. Very nice vials from Elazer. But I feel like he just has to utilize his tech here. Like, can he get some great abducts? Can he use some blinding clouds to his advantage?
All right, the roaches are coming up now. Serral is going to move out now. And this is a lot of damage, but this angle actually is not terrible here for Elazer. And Elazer handling this really well, actually drives Serral up to the top.
Yeah, some of these vials hitting and hurting. Serral hitting the 4th base as well. He did move some roaches into the main also.
You know, it's so funny. ZBZ, sometimes you think it's the big fight that's the most important, but a lot of times it's these small number of roaches that come out and win that. So what we saw there was Serral attacking in and Elazer surviving, but again, the real story is right there in the center right. That hatchery's been killed off. It's Elazer on 3 bases to, what is it, 5 now for Serral?
Yeah, it is definitely a problem. Both sides getting adaptive talons, but the closer we get to that Viper Lurker game, the closer we get to a Serral victory. He's just so strong with that style.
He's just so good. And again, Serral pops in here, wipes out that base, and immediately vanishes with his army. Look at this. He's got roaches on either side. He's got Elazer surrounded.
Some amazing moves here from Serral. Doing a great job. Serral continuing to rotate around the map.
And as he's got Elazer boxed in, he's just making an insanely scary army. Because he knows that one way or the other, Elazer eventually has to take a fight. By the way, Elazer did max out again, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
His army can fight. There's no doubt about
absolutely,
it.
Absolutely. I thought Serral was going to push in a little bit further and try to kill in that when we had that last big engage, but let's see if Elazer can do something.
Well, Serral has an army quality advantage, so that is a big deal. Yeah, he's got a good count of lurkers, a good count of vipers here. So we're going to see what can be done. Okay, a couple of decent abducts. Oh yeah, he actually even gets that.
Yep. But again, the hatchery's been killed off. I mean,
that's a story that never ends.
Yeah, there's a clock on Elazer, guys. He has to get another hatchery up. The 3 bases he has, 2 of them have already mined out. The 3rd one has to be drying up eventually. I'm sorry, there's a little bit left at the second, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. Now at the 12 o'clock spot, is Elazer going to try to take this too?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he should. He just has to get bases up. There's no other way. Look at this roaming army. It's so powerful. It feels like Elazer has to bring everything to fight Serral.
Yeah, it's kind of painful to watch, actually. Just Serral comes in there and shuts that down and then backs up.
Serral is just, his play is so dominating. Elazer can't leave his base.
Yeah. He's in timeout, Artosis.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Okay. Spots those lurkers. Hey, little victory there if he can kill those off. Oh, if he kills them off. The attack now from Serral is coming in. Serral trying to break this location once more. Blinding clouds coming down.
He does have those defensive lurkers, and some of his files hit nicely, but this army of Serral is strong. It's not going to be wiped out, and
again,
he just backs up.
It's got to be more than these fights here. Again, Elazer has claimed no real estate that's new on the map.
Yeah. He's down 20 workers right now. He's down 2 bases right now.
He's trying to take that center right hatchery. Again, I have literally lost count of how many times that's been attempted to be taken.
Oh, I know.
He is going to come forward now, and he's going to try to actually press onto this center left base. And suddenly we're going to see if Serral's defense can be as good as his offense.
Okay, he's hitting these 2 locations, so let's see if he can get one done. Feel bad. He keeps abducting Vipers and then not being able to kill them.
Yeah. Well, even if he doesn't get the kill there, maybe he'll get that center right hatchery finished up here. Again, you know, Elazer, if you look at just the tab at the bottom, the minerals and the gas, look at how slowly the minerals are going up. And look at Serral. He's balling.
Yeah.
3.5K.
He has a lot of money.
He's
right
loaded.
Now, and he's continuing to gain more. He's even expanded the bottom right. I didn't even know the bottom right had an expansion.
I mean, he's got so many minerals and gas, he can actually send his army on a collision course to Elazer's, have a bad exchange, and then remake it all. Okay.
Right. Well, he's coming up right now, denying another base. There's another abduct on a Viper. Oh, the blinding clouds momentarily save it. For too long, unfortunately.
All right, Serral's going to try to... he's going to try to come in here and hit this base. I think this might be too strong. And I'm just not sure if Elazer can hold this.
Yeah, here he comes. He's going after that 4th. The 4th base so important. Elazer just has to hold a mining expansion. I think that Serral's going in for the kill finally, but the Biles do force him to turn around.
Yeah, he's backed up. It is crazy how much that green stuff slows you down. It completely makes it almost nonsensical to fight through that, especially with corrosive biles being a thing in this matchup. But I think this base is a little bit too neglected. But even if Elazer's army was here, how are you going to save this?
Yeah, it's very difficult indeed. Down he comes. Drones being pulled, and this hatchery dies for the umpteenth time.
Yep. Now he harpoons the rest of these units here. Here it comes. Now the roaches are going to get in here. They're going to start doing damage to taking out that second hatchery, and that's it.